Hey there. So, September, we were talking about self care and all the ways that we can care for ourselves, why we need to care for ourselves. And now, for the month of October, we're talking about how to be unhackable. And believe me, you're going to be hearing so much more about being unhackable. But it's when most people think of getting hacked, you think of like a computer system or something, it's hacked, it's been taken over by someone or something else. But that also happens to our lives, and we allow that to happen to our lives so often. And one of the things talking about self care from September was, we get hacked taking care of ourselves because we don't take care of ourselves. We push what's important and what's needed for ourselves to the side, and then we get so drained that we can't meet the needs of ourselves, let alone those around us. So, we're really going to talk a lot in October about how to be unhackable, how to continue to care for yourself, and to care for yourself by becoming unhackable. So, I want you to get used to hearing that word and understanding that we're referring to people getting hacked, like our systems in our body. So like our minds, our spirit, all of those kinds of things can get hacked. Our body is made up of systems and we get hacked. So, like I said, I'm going to keep talking about this and saying this so you get used to hearing me talk about what hacked is. So, when you hear it, you know, okay, she's not talking about a computer, she's talking about me as a system getting hacked. And so, life is complicated, it's challenging, and I think a lot of times because we allow ourselves to get hacked by distractions and so many things around us that we actually make life crazier and even more complicated than it needs to be. And part of that is through judgment. We judge ourselves, we judge other people, and it just makes life chaotic and crazy. And so we get hacked because we're focusing on the wrong things in life. And what you focus on, you get more of. So we want to focus on what is important, what matters. And again, that starts with self. Everything starts with self. So we've got to look inward. We've got to figure out how we're getting hacked. And that's why I talked so much in September about self care, because if everything starts with self, if we're not taking care of ourselves, then there's no way we're going to figure out how to be unhackable. So that's why I'm just really drilling this and talking so much about this, because I really want us all to get how important it is to take care of yourself, every system in your body, like your whole being. Self care is holistic. It is not just one thing, but it is everything about you: body, mind, emotion, spirit, spiritual life experiences. All of those things make up self care. So, like that all comes together: body, mind, emotions, mental, physical, the spiritual life, all of your experiences, like all of that comes together. And we have to care for all of those things so that we are our best selves. So, I think too often we focus on, like we have a to do list and all these things that we need to do. I was just talking to my daughter about this morning. I'm a list person, she's a list person. I like to make lists, I like to get things done. But one of the things that usually doesn't make it onto the list, or doesn't make it onto the list often enough, is caring for yourself. Doing things for yourself that will just help you relax and take a deep breath. I've mentioned that one of my sisters likes to sew. That would stress me out like nobody's business, but it's relaxing to her. She enjoys it. That's her like go to thing, something that she wants to do. For me, I love to learn, so it's going to be, reading, sitting out on my front porch in the sunshine, soaking up the sun. So it's something different for everyone. It's just you knowing what's going to feed your soul and your spirit, your body, your mind. It could be exercise, any of those. It's just you need to know what it is that feeds you and make sure that that gets on to your list. because that's when we complicate life even more, even though it sounds like, okay, if I add myself to the list, that's going to make life more complicated. But when we're in our best place because we're feeding our spirits, our mind, body, all of that, that self care, then we are at our best. And so that's what we want. So I want to challenge you today to look at your to do list and see if you are on there, and ask yourself, like, how am I getting hacked? How am I making life more complicated? Am I making myself a priority? So have a great day. Remember that you are a champion.